Hi guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to migrate your website from one cPanel to another one. I'm going to show you how to move swiftly without breaking your website. In this video, I have an old cPanel right here, which I'm going to move. Now, this is the old cPanel. You can see the shared IP address right here, as well as this is the new cPanel that I just acquired. And you can see the shared IP address right here. So I'm going to demonstrate how to migrate your website from one cPanel to another in this video using these two cPanels right here. If you're excited for this, let's get started into the video. From my old cPanel, let me quickly show you the file manager to show you that I have content in the cPanel. And here, if I go to the public_html, you can see that I already have content in the file manager. If I also move over to the databases right here, click on manage my databases option. Now you can see that I already have a database right here with content, and you can see the content size is 11 megabytes. From my new cPanel, if I go over to the file manager, you can see that it's brand new. No content at all is inside of it. Now let me quickly show you that. Public_html. Now you can see that it's completely empty, as well as the databases. Now let me click on the manage my databases option. And of course, you can see it's totally empty. So let me just quickly close this down. Now from the old cPanel, what we need to do is to go over to the search tool right here, and let's search for backup. I'm going to click on this backup option right here, not the backup wizard, the backup option. Now over here, we have a couple of options for a full backup. I'm not going to use this option right here. I'm going to use this download a home directory. Now, as you can see, before I do that, I have the home directory right here. I have the database right here. So if you have a lot of databases, they are going to be listed right here. As well, I have the download email forwarders over here. So I'm going to click on the home directory. I'm going to download all these items one after the other. So when I click on that, the home directory is actually downloading right now, as you can see. Now I'm also going to click on the download a database backup right here. I'm going to click on this database name right here, and of course it's going to be downloaded. As you can see, it's downloading over there. And also I'm going to click on the forwarders. So I click on this right here. I only have one forwarders, and boom, it's downloading already. Of course, you can see that this too has downloaded, and I'm still waiting for this one to complete downloading. And when the download is complete, you can continue to restore all these downloaded items from the receiving new cPanel. Okay, right now the download is complete for the 3 backup files that I just downloaded right here. Now you can see the files over here on my PC. You can see the 3 files that I just downloaded: the home directory, the database, and the email forwarder. So let's proceed with the restoration. Now if I head over to the cPanel, the new cPanel I just got, and then I also search for backup. So let's search for backup, and let me click on the backup option. And you can still see that this window right here is very much identical from the old one right here. And if you look very closely, you can see the restore section right here. So each of these sections have their restore option. So this one is to download the backup, and over here at the right hand side is to restore that particular section. So for the home directory right here, I'm going to click on restore a home directory backup. So I'm going to click on choose file. I'm basically going to choose the file from my PC right now, and here is the home directory file. I'm going to pick that and click open, and here I'm going to click on upload. I'll also click on the choose file for the restore a database backup. So I'm going to click choose file right here, and I'm going to select the database and of course click open, and then I click on upload, as well as the email forwarder. So when I click on the choose file for the restore email forwarders, I'm going to select the email forwarder file over here, and I click open, and then I click upload. So the 3 items that I just downloaded are now being restored. So this one is complete. Let's still look out for the rest of the 2, and after that our website will be up and running in the new cPanel. And the restoration for the databases backup is also complete, as you can see right here. So it's left with the home directory backup. Of course, this file size is bigger, so it's going to take a longer time to complete. I'm going to pause the video right now, and after the home directory backup is successfully restored, I'm going to show you the results. And now you can see that the home directory restoration is complete, as you can see this message right here. Now we already have the forwarders completed, the database is completed before, and right now we have the home directory backup restoration completed. That's the three things that we need to move our website from the first cPanel to the new one right here. And I want to mention something. For this website, I'm actually using Cloudflare to serve the DNS configuration. Now, as you can see, the IP from the Cloudflare configuration right here is still pointing at the old cPanel, as you can see. Now this is the shared IP address for the old cPanel, and as you can see, it's still the same exact one right here. So I would love us to move it to the new cPanel. So I'll click on the cPanel logo, and that should take me back to the cPanel home. And from here, you can see the shared IP address for the new cPanel. Okay, so I'm just going to copy that. Let's head over to the Cloudflare, and I'm going to change the one for the root address. Okay, so I'll click on that, edit. I'm going to edit the IP address right here, paste the new one, and I click on save. I also need to edit the rest of them here, including the one for the SPF record, but I'm going to do that later. Just by editing the IP address for the root right here, I should be very much okay to get the website up and running on the new server. While the new IP address is propagating, let's go over to the new cPanel and let's see some more tweaks that we need to do. Mind you that this is actually a WordPress website. Because of that, migrating the website in this manner can actually have some things broken, some things such as the database connection. So let's just make a quick check of the database connection. So if I head over to the database section and I click on the manage my databases, from this page right here, you can see the database that I just restored over here. And if I scroll the way down, you can see that I have no current database users. So even if the propagation is complete, if I try to load up this website right now, you are going to see that we're going to have an issue. Let's just go ahead and load up this website right now. And then you can see that error establishing a database connection. So this is because when you make restorations like this, the database users does not come with it. So let me just go over to the file manager. From there, I can click on the file manager so I can take a look at the wp-config.php file and see the database information. Okay, from here, I'm going to click on the public_HTML option. And right now, I'm going to open up the wp-config.php file. As we all know, this is a configuration file for WordPress. So I'm going to edit that right now, edit again. From here, I'm going to copy the database user details. I'm going to come back to the databases page and I'm going to paste that from the username. So let me kind of create a new username and I have to remove these right here. Okay, so the username is simply this and it's going to be preceded by this option right here. So for the password, I can create a new password, but let me just use the particular same password that was restored with. So I'm going to copy that and I come over here. I'm going to paste the password. And I'm also going to paste the password again and I click on create a user. You can see user created. I'm going to click on go back, and from this page right now you can see that we now currently have this user. From this section that says add user to databases, I'm going to click here to select the user and also from here to select the database and I click on add. So I'm basically trying to add the database user to the database, and right now I'm going to manage users privileges. Of course, I'm going to give it all the privileges to manage this particular database. So when I click here, it's going to automatically select all the whole privileges right here, and I'm going to click on make changes. So let's head back to the website once more and make a quick reload. And now you can see that the website is up and running. So I've successfully shown you how to migrate your website from one cPanel to another, and it will be working effectively. And it's saying not secured right here, and that's because there is no valid SSL on the new cPanel. So if I wanted to issue an SSL from the new cPanel, I'll come over here, and as well you can see that there is no SSL for this domain in the new cPanel. So if I wanted to do that, I'll scroll over to the security section, and from the let's encrypt section right here, I can issue a cPanel to the domain, but that's outside the scope of this video. I've successfully shown you how to migrate your website from one cPanel to another, and it even gets messier if you are using a WordPress website. That's what makes this video an important one for you to watch, because I actually demonstrated using a website built with WordPress. So if you can do this with a website built with WordPress, you can do this with a website built with any other technology. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section, and if you're new to my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.